Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Kevin, I'm a geek, you are watching Kevin the Geek, and welcome back to another Patreon Super Geek Guaranteed request. And this one comes from Angel, who has asked me to check out Rentaghost, which, from what I've been able to make out, is a BBC kids show. So hopefully there won't be any issues going on to YouTube when it eventually does. Because like Dark Season, which Angel originally requested, went up and then 4 hours later got completely blocked, which was a pain in the backside. So yeah, hopefully we will be okay with this. So Rentaghost apparently is a show where a company hires out ghosts to do stuff. I don't know, like play tricks or something, maybe. I don't know. But this is the very first ever episode, which aired in 1976. So let's check it out.
All right, don't get uptight.
Remember, what you see is not a mystery, but Rentaghost.
Applicants are invited for employment with Rentaghost, a new commercial enterprise based on Earth. Only total failures need apply. I assume it is your intention to rent ghosts out to the public.
Supposing some poor mortal is confronted with a problem that's either too difficult or dangerous for human beings to tackle, he comes to Rentaghost, and we solve the problem for him. I must admit, though, you two show more promise than that bunch of weirdos.
Oh.
I'll never get the hang of that.
So it's interesting that he is a ghost himself. So will the public be able to see them? Because they seemingly can interact with, physical, physical objects. Definitely much better than Julian can in Ghosts. Which at the moment I'm wondering, could this show have been a bit of an inspiration in part for that show? It'd be interesting. If anyone's ever heard them talking like an interview, if they've mentioned this show, let me know, because I'd be definitely interested for that.
Well, good morning. I'm Harold Meeker, the landlord. I'm looking for Mr. Mumford.
Oh, he's through here. That's funny. I could have sworn I saw Fate.
Ooh. You look as though you've seen a ghost, Mr. Meeker.
Pardon me, sir. Can you tell me what time it is?
10.
Thank you.
To be physically present and invisible requires a great deal of psychic energy. We can only remain invisible for limited periods, you know. That shameless hussy displaying naked legs.
Oh! I never touched you.
I don't blame her.
Surely you could wait one more day for the rent?
I could, but I won't. Not when I've had an offer from a respectable client who's willing to pay me 6 months in advance.
In such an emergency, how fortunate that we ghosts can summon each other quickly.
Oh.
Mr. Meeker is insisting on immediate payment of the office rent or we'll be evicted.
Well, look. There you are. 30 quid with the compliments of my mum, bless her heart.
I mean, I didn't mean to bring all this stuff. But I could hardly sort of tell my mother that ghosts don't need belongings, could I? But in future, I only want you two to be seen by Rentaghost clients. So I think you should disappear again.
Hang on. So if they can literally make themselves dematerialize and rematerialize wherever they want to, then why do they need to walk to a train station and get the train all the way back? Can't they just go, oh, whoop, pop, done. You're done. You're there. You're back at the office. Why does it need to get the train?
There he is. I knew he couldn't have got far.
At your party, be
Okay, that's the end of that. I really like that theme tune. It's got to be said, I really, really, really like that theme tune. That's a really, it's just something very, very different, Just want to have a look at some of the people in that one. Okay, so Michael Standifirth, who played the jester, Claypole, he was the one who performed the theme tune, apparently. Actually, he sadly passed away aged 44, really young, an AIDS-related illness. Wow. Okay. And then you had Anthony Jackson as the main guy, Fred Mumford. He died 2006, aged 62. Yeah, he's done fair old bit. He was a voice in the Labyrinth movie. That's interesting. Because I always loved that movie. Labyrinth was just brilliant. And he has been in an episode of Only Fools and Horses that I've seen. The episode where they go to Spain in series 2. He was Juan, the Spanish prison guard, apparently, in that episode. Obviously, wouldn't have known him in that. Yeah, okay, wow, okay, bit different. And then Michael Derbyshire playing Davenport. He actually died not long after the start of this. Actually, he died age 62, and so in the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang movie, he was one of the eccentric inventors who got kidnapped. If I watched that scene, because that's the it was that song. There's the grow the roses, grow the roses of success. That one. I would not be surprised if I watched that after having watched it, because that was in 1968. So that was maybe 10 years prior to this, but I guess he was probably aged up a bit. So I would probably look at him, and I'd probably be able to work out which one he is if I went back and probably looked at that. John Dawson's Mr. Phil Mumford. I can't click on him on Wikipedia, so I don't know. But he reminded me of the guy who played Sidney Newman in the Doctor Who, sort of dramatisation of how it was created. The guy who was running the head of drama at the BBC at the time. An interesting premise of a show. I mean, it's very different, really different. Because, so like with something like Ghosts, which I've obviously been watching and absolutely love, some of the kind of things that I really appreciate is they're going against the stereotypical stuff and making it believable. With, like, I said it in the first episode, it was like the simple thing where, like, Humphrey, he is decapitated, and so obviously there is gags about his head and his body going off and doing different things, but when his head talks, the body can't hear him because the body's got no ears. It's things like that I really liked. And obviously in this, it does the complete opposite. It makes every ghost that we've seen so far visible by people who are alive. So you don't have to have had something like Alison where you sort of die in order to be able to see them. You can literally just see them. You can interact physically with other people. You're also not confined to like a specific location. You can literally go pretty much wherever you want. But I guess like them whole talking about like the psychic, I don't know, ability, psychic strength, which enables them to be invisible. Could that be something that they have to have enough of their sort of psychic energy charged in order to be able to touch stuff? I mean, they've not suggested anything like that, but they're the kind of questions that at the moment is running through my head. It's an interesting show. It's an interesting premise at the very least. I guess I just kind of want to know what kind of things would they hire the ghosts for. That's what I'm unsure about at this stage. Will I do any other episodes of this? I don't know. It's not something I don't think that I will be like actively searching to think, you know what, I want to watch another episode of Rentaghost. Yeah, it's not giving me that oomph to go, yeah, I really want to see the next episode. If I do see more episodes, I wouldn't mind it. You know, put it as simply as that. But have you seen it before? Have you simply watched it for the first time with me today? Let me know in the comments down below what you think of Rentaghost. Like I said, regardless of whether you've seen it and you've seen all the episodes and you have nostalgic memories of watching it when you were a kid, or whether you're young and like me, you were born after it aired, so you don't know anything about it. Please do let me know what your thoughts are with this. It's interesting. It is interesting. That's going to do it today. So, Angel, thank you for using your request on this episode. I had fun watching it. It was very interesting, just to say the least. But until next time, please do subscribe, turn on notifications, drop your comments down below. And of course, if you want early access and if you want the potential to be able to join and become a Super Geek member and get the opportunity to have a guaranteed request, then you can do so over on the Patreon. And of course, what I do every month, then I do a monthly wheel spin. So if you are a paid member of any tier level at the start of each month, then you will be entered into a random wheel spin where if your name is pulled, you will get your guaranteed reaction choice. So until next time, my name's Kevin. I'm a geek. You've been watching Kevin the Geek.